Can't take it no more. I'm going crazy. Is this a game or is it love? Please tell me, baby. I want you with me. I see it clearly, you and me, eternity. When the stars kiss the sky, love to see them in your eyes. Could I ring you up tonight? Maybe now's not a good time. Praying the moon reaches to the stars. Hold me in your arms. I wanna lie here close to you. Don't leave so soon.
You know, I have never felt so miserable. Sometimes I lie awake in bed wondering if you and me would even last forever. But I need to know that you'll stay with me. You gotta tell me now. Here we go.
Can't take it no more. You're being so cruel. Is this a game or is it love? Quit playing the fool. Let's try to be real.
This has to be real.
So open up and let me know just how you feel. When the stars kiss the sky, love to see them in your eyes. To tell you that we're more than friends. Hope I don't sound too desperate. Praying the moon reaches to the stars, that we don't tear apart. There's so much of my love to see if you stay with me. When the stars kiss the sky, love to see them in your eyes. Could I bring you up tonight? Maybe now's not a good time. Praying the moon reaches to the stars. Hold me in your arms. I wanna lie here close to you. Don't leave so soon. I've never felt like da 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 da. I've never felt like da 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 da. Baby, stay with me. Da 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 da. You gotta tell now your love came all over me.
Okay, there we go. Oh, wait. No, this is good. There we go. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's good. Hey everyone, how's it going? Let me check. Okay, not much. Hey strategist, hey Kapesh, hey Johnny. How are you guys doing? This is so funny because I do recall that a lot of the times your your intro wouldn't play to the very end. Malfunctions activated. Commencing duties. You know, if I had the Switch 2 on me, I would probably I would probably be streaming Pokopia. But I don't. Vitus is not home, and he took the Switch 2 with him. He took the Switch. He left home and took the Switch 2 as a hostage. Yeah. Basically. But he just took every digital Switch 2 game that we have, which is 2, and gosh, I actually don't remember. I know he took one of the... No, actually he took more games. He took like 4 physical games. I just don't know which ones. I'm gonna take a guess and say they were Bayonetta and Xenoblade Chronicles. I actually don't remember which ones are there. But yeah, the only 2 Switch 2 games we have are both Pokemon. So, Pokopia and ZA. I have to admit, I am quite shocked that he actually ended up buying that game. You would think that, but he actually really loves Bayonetta. Bayonetta 3 was actually one of the reasons. I did tell you, but Bayonetta 3 was actually one of the reasons why he bought the Switch 2. Just realized this could be a bit lower. Okay. But yeah, it was one of the reasons why he bought it. Snarky comment, acknowledge, caution, advise, extermination imminent. Oh boy. Okay, here's the thing. If you have Bayonetta 3 and a Nintendo Switch, so like the one, do be warned that I'm actually having some tea myself.
Would you care for some tea?
That would be very nice, thank you. I am never removing this, even when I debut. Re-debut. Something happened in my friend group that just awakened my inner Omega. I'm just gonna finish what I was gonna say about Bayonetta, but I do have to tell you guys about something that I just heard about on Instagram. But yeah, if you have a Switch 1, do keep in mind that it's gonna get laggy and very choppy with the frame rate. Vitus loved the game. He really liked the game, but he said that the only thing that was really bad about it was the frame rate. He said that the frame rate was really bad, and that was one of the reasons why he really wanted the Switch 2. Because now he can play the game at 60 FPS. Sushi, hi, how are you doing? I haven't on Switch 1, the Switch 2 wasn't available when I played it. Fair, that's fair. Oh, no worries on that, Sushi. Oh, but I will do this now. I'm just gonna do that. I believe it's going to appear. There we go. Feel free to join the Discord. That way it'll be easier to like talk to everyone. Are you guys having sushi? Oh man. Please don't tell me you guys just had sushi. Cause my dinner was just shrimp noodles with chicken gyozas. Oh, right. Cause of the campaign, right? Oh man, I'm so happy for you, man. Do keep us posted, don't forget. That was one of the ideas. Damn. chocolate muffin with a cup of tea? That's... Ugh, okay, here's the thing. While that is not dinner, it's still delicious. What? Invite invalid? Oh no! Oh man! Oh, I must have deleted it and forgot. Wait, let me check. Where do I have okay, invites. Oh shoot, you're right. Create invite link. Okay. Okay, now you can. Don't worry. I'm sure that now you can enter. No, I'm sorry. I did not mean to sound sarcastic. I swear. But yeah, I did not mean to sound sarcastic. Okay, you guys just entered, so now I'm going to delete this invite. I'm going to create invite link to never max number of users. No limit, damn it. Okay, generate new link. There we go. Okay. I've created a new one and this one's permanent, but I'm only gonna add it like after the stream. No problem. Thank you so much for stopping by, Sushi. Have a nice dinner. Hope you have fun. Also, Kapesh, do not forget to read the rules. That's the only way you can get in. But yeah, you guys are not gonna have access to anything unless you read the rules. The trick is there. It's there for a reason. But yeah, Switch 1, Bayonetta 3, never called it dinner. Well, I mean, yeah, I did say that. It's not dinner, but it's still delicious. But yeah, Switch 1, Bayonetta 3, very choppy. Frame rate drops when there's too much animation and too much fight and whatever. It's a putter nerd. God damn it. I swear, I'm gonna create like 2 point redeems, and one of them is gonna be called add incoming, and the other is gonna be called, I don't know, strategist tip. Strategist coffee break. Or tea break, because he prefers tea. I mean... Constantly. It's constantly. Oh, they did? Oh, okay. Because when I was checking, they still didn't have the... Must be just Discord not updating. Okay, yeah, cause okay, I had to click on their names. But yeah. Gosh. I was way too loud. I'm just waiting for Strategist to be back. Because I'm talking to him, so it's kind of pointless to talk to him and him not being here. I'm assuming he had already finished, and he just didn't say anything. Speaking of Nintendo Switch, did you guys read those news where apparently the European Union is gonna make Nintendo start selling separate batteries for the Switch? Oh, how I wish they would have done that during the DS times. Because I kind of need a new 3DS battery. Saw that at the start. It's really good. It's really good news. And like Vitas was telling me, oh well, but you know, the European Union is only now really caring about the gaming community, and I'm like, well, they are, but it's still sad. Exactly, it's like I said, Vitas was telling me that it's the European Union only started caring about the gaming community and consumer protection, even when buying certain products, gaming products, fairly recently. The whole Stop Killing Games is proof of that. The gachas, the whole gacha thing. You know, I do like to believe that I'm very responsible when it comes to gachas. Because I know how addicting they're supposed to be. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. I know how addicting they're supposed to be, but... And while I did spend money, real life money on gachas, both Nikki, so love Nikki and Infinity Nikki, I do like to believe that I am not addicted to them. I have the hyperfixation sort of thing. And yeah, I have that addiction, quote unquote, which is not addiction. It's just the new game thrill, more of that makes me curious. Never spend money on gachas myself, not even Dragon Ball. Here. No, it's here. Of course it was this asshole. Um, but yeah, I was saying that. And I did notice that, especially today when I turned on Love Nikki again, and I realized something. Infinity Nikki has more FOMO than Love Nikki. Because I have spent money on free-to-play games and it was Fortnite, twice, never again. Well, yeah, Fortnite is not exactly a gacha. You do get what you pay for. FOMO is not fun. FOMO is not fun. So it's actually pretty. But what's actually pretty funny is when companies try to give you FOMO, and you just don't care. For example, the new update, the new Infinity Nikki update came out today. And the suit is really pretty. It's basically Little Red Riding Hood, and it's pretty fun. The concept is really cool. And I was like, oh, it has a hoodie. It has a hood. I'm gonna check if it's, you know, a headpiece or a coat or whatever, and maybe I can use it to give to like place on my Nikki, which I'm having represent ENG. You've seen it. And the problem is, it's a coat, but it's not just the hood. It's the hood and the cape, and I don't want that. I've returned finally some peace and quiet. That's why I just need to say, no, exactly. Yeah, you're right. We need to make a game where you get FOMO. How? I'm not getting the concept, strategist. Your fear of missing out will be the fear of missing out on FOMO. You can't make a game like that, strategist. People are going to implode. I did the calculation. But yeah, the funniest part about the or explode, make it everyone else's problem. Oh my god. I mean, it's still everyone else's problems if you implode. Just not as messy. Or to divide by 0, then multiply the result by EA's intelligence level. What do you divide by 0? You gotta give me a number. Are we dividing 1 by 0? Are we dividing 0 by 0? I don't know, man. Your profits. My profits divided by 0? And then multiply the result by EA's intelligence level? That means 0, man. I don't want to profit 0. But yeah. Infinity Nikki. The funniest thing is when you go on Reddit and you have everyone using that one meme with a guy breaking his shackles, saying shit like, I don't like any of the dresses! Because it just makes you go, oh, okay. I'm not exactly interested in pulling for anything this time. It's a lost time Lord Science. Calculation impossible, defaulting to 0. Defaulting to -0. Wait, what? How?
You make the pain disappear.
Ugh, gosh. So I heard people say that it's gonna rain next week.
Time flies, but it's oh so hard to let go. Like summertime, it slowly comes and it goes. I ease the blues.
I don't know who the hell said that. I'm seeing the forecast until next Thursday, and it's saying sunny, with highs on Tuesday and Wednesday being on the 22. -0 is an impossible number. It will break reality upon its opening. Exactly. That's what Strategist is trying to do. It's gonna rain next week. Pardon me if I sound like I'm laughing. Fuck off, Strategist! You live in the land where people see a ray of sun and become fucking lobsters. I don't know, man. I heard someone in class saying that, but now I'm looking at the forecast and it's saying it's gonna be sunny, so I'm really confused on that. Forecast have to say it's gonna be all sunny till Tuesday. Till Tuesday? Mine is saying until Thursday. But one thing I tell you, Kapeshk, it may not rain on Monday, but it will rain in my heart. We become lobsters in the sun? Not wrong. My sister forgot to put on some lotion when she went on holiday once. She came back with gloves and everything. I'm not joking, Strategist. That's what we call every British tourist in Portugal. Because for some weird reason, either you guys don't know how to apply sunscreen. I'm gonna ask why, but I was gonna ask why, but I remember. No, I'm sad too. Let it rain in our hearts, Kapeshk. It's been over 1 fucking month, man. It's been over 1 fucking month. Bro built us up and let us down. But yeah, Strategist, every time we see a tourist with really, really red skin, we say, oh well, that's a British. That's a Brit. You don't know how to... I'm sorry, where this guy looked like future Trunks fighting future Gohan. You guys don't know what clear blue skies is, and that is not my problem. Learn how to fucking apply sunscreen. Buy a better sunscreen. And don't go out in the fucking sun when you shouldn't. There are specific times of the day when it's the best time to catch some sun rays and when's the worst time to get some sun rays. You guys spend a whole ass fucking day at the beach and do not apply sunscreen, and you expect to not get skin cancer? Y'all are not gods. I don't go out in the sun at all. I mean, how can you? It's never sunny there. Except when you have foxes over there. Those are the only days when you have sun. And even then, you don't go out, man. wearing a white Cobra Kai t-shirt right now and I have to find the seam of the sleeves to take it off. What the hell? There was a time around my 8th or 9th grade where we went to a water park because it was cloudy. I didn't put on sunscreen. So to say I regretted it the next few days. Those are the tricky days. Those days are so tricky because they make you think that you're safe because you don't see the sun, but those are actually the days where the sun is more dangerous. I mean, if I not as white as a sheet of paper. I mean, I'm extremely white, man. To the point where on Tuesday we were taking pictures and I tried applying a little bit of foundation and I couldn't because it was darker than my skin. And apparently that was a really clear one. Oh, right. I almost forgot. There was this one thing that I was gonna say after I finished talking about Bayonetta 3 on the Switch. Regarding a video that I saw on Instagram before starting the stream. What can I say as it using authentic idiocy? Man. But yeah. So, I didn't notice this, but apparently a lot of people did, and in the teaser that Paramount released, well, not Paramount, but the Sonic movie team, whatever, released, apparently when you hear, when like the sound effects for the title start coming, apparently you can hear the very first notes, the very first few notes of his world. And not gonna lie, if that is true and it means something, that means I'm gonna freak out like shit when the movie comes out. I will repeat it when he comes back.
Uh-oh.
Hey Elmer, how's it going? Oh boy, if we see Solaris. Johnny, don't. Johnny, don't. Okay? Stride did also point this out to me, and Uncle, I do kind of hear the E3 version of his world just before the title of the show. Is it that? Man, it could be. I don't think I've ever heard the E3 version. Test like check Harkness. Oh man. But strategist, as I was saying, I saw a video of someone saying that a lot of people also noticed that when the title screen appears for the Sonic 4 movie, apparently by the end you can hear a little bit of his world. And I was saying that if that proves to be true, I will very much freak out at the movies. But I honestly don't think we'll see that much of the games themselves. I don't know. Especially if they decide to start mixing up a lot of the games. I mean, I would love to have a Sonic 06 movie at this point. I played enough of Sonic 06 to recognize the song being played. I didn't notice because I watched that one time. I didn't pay that much attention to the background music itself. But yeah. Imagine if Silver is the next character to be revealed. I'm gonna freak out. You guys are actually making me want to play Sonic 06 now. I needed Sonic Boom pointed out to me. Oh god. Oh. God fucking damn it. Yeah, that's totally it. That's totally it, man. It's all a matter of waiting to see. It's been a trend that there's always another character or set of characters integral to the film's plot that are kept under wraps until the first legitimate trailer. Knuckles in Sonic 2, Gerald and Marie in Sonic 3, etc. Maybe. I mean, yeah, that is true. When you say Origin rewrite, you mean the game Origins? Because I really don't think Paramount is going for following the games that much. Wait, oh shit, I was just looking at a message that I got and you guys just talked a lot. I see the films, but they hide their finer details. True. Shadow wasn't created, he was found. Oh, it isn't, there is no... Oh, okay, okay, when you mean origin, you mean Shadow's origin. Okay, not the game. Not related to the game. This is the connection to Joel and Maria. They could have given Shadow a different story than Legend, and the path he takes is a different outcome. Shadow movies was found inside a meteor instead of being created in a lab with alien DNA, succeeding in a similar experiment to develop the ultimate life form. Oh. We're Sonic fans who yap a lot. No, it's not that you yap a lot, it's that you guys yap fast. When Cackle if Eggman has those in Sonic for shits and giggles. Gotta yap fast. Wait, aren't Slit and Dingo from Underground? Ha! You could never fool me with that. Ah. Imagine how trippy it would have been if they somehow made a whole ass difference. Sometimes I get the feeling that I'm not that I have some siblings out there. Or some shit like that. Oh. Oh, Kapesh, this is either... Conversations like this either go for Sonic, Dragon Ball, or Looney Tunes. Sometimes more, but mostly those are the three topics where these three never shut the fuck up. These guys never shut their trots about it. About these three. But it's fun, it's fun. I'm not criticizing in the bad way. I mean, it's still funny. No, let's not do that, Elmer. No. No movies on his actual birth situation. They could reasonably introduce Sonny and Manic in a natural way and it could fit. Well, yeah, but how would they introduce the whole, oh yeah, by the way, you're royal, and we were actually abandoned. I love being lost in the sauce sometimes. I didn't even know about Sonic having kids and Ken Pender's owning that shit. I'm just saying it's weird. There's also the omission of the motive behind Shadow's creation, making a cure for Maria's illness, which isn't present in the films. Shit! Maybe it's something that I knew and just thought that the movie fucking implied that. Doesn't the movie imply that? Actually, I'm pretty sure that the movie does say that. Are you sure? Oh, Maria's also not implied to be sick. Did I fucking miss some information in the movie and completely thought they did that? Damn. Don't think they implied Maria was ill. Oh man, that is so weird. And it's even funnier because the movie came out. And for some weird reason, I'm here thinking. When are we watching the trilogy in the server? Good question. Because I'm actually not exactly a fan of watching movies on my computer. Did you see Shadow Dark Beginnings? Is that one a short animation for the game? Maybe I did. I do believe I did. At this point, I've just given up on playing Sonic games. That I remember that you were doing. Do I have any Sonic games on my want to play list? I don't think I do. No. I have officially removed every single Sonic game from my next to play. I'm so enthused right now. He's making typos left and right. LOL. Sorry, the frick is called him Emil when the real name is derived from Emerald. I guess Emil is less weird than Emerald, because it sounds kind of weird, you know. But yeah, I was checking my want to play list on Rank 1 Global, and I'm gonna remove the anticipated one. And I have quite a few. And I did have a few Sonic games here, but I removed them all. Because at this point, I've given up on streaming Sonic games. Why not stream Sonic Forces? Jesus fucking Christ, man! There's being cursed with not being able to finish a Sonic game, but that's just torture to everyone. Sonic Forces, you December through a bad game. You got a reaction of all three of us. And no baby's first Sonic game. Nice. I don't know, but every time I read Sonic Boom, I just remember that one video that Remedy did for Rise of Lyric. Oh man, it's still one of the funniest videos ever. And that fucking video is 11 years old almost. No, wait, that video is 11 years old. Oof, sorry. Yep. The video came out 11 years ago. I'm sorry, why is it not fucking available? Gosh. What's your opinion on new Venix and maxing those games? In which games? Never touch it, can't relate. How to trigger Sonic fans, I guess. Every Sonic fan has their biggest trigger. The one common denominator is definitely some Sonic Forces. Because everyone was excited for that game, and it was the biggest pile of shit they've ever seen. Actually, just referenced a The Rock meme. Huh. So I was checking when that Sonic Boom video came out, and then I saw I had a notification saying someone had just subscribed to my channel. I'm not gonna say their name, but they did have Sega in their name. It's obviously Sega. It's a fan account. It's mostly like videos of the person themselves that I was like, oh, me check if this person has any videos. Anyone want to try to fucking guess why I just made this weird ass sound? What is Sega? What is Sega related that can make me have this fucking reaction? And keep in mind, it was just a thumbnail. Okay, come on, strategist. Not that exaggeration. Come on, man. Okay, nice one, Johnny. Yeah, that. But let me see what you guys have been saying otherwise. Oh, very nice. Animation, write a lyric. Oh gosh. I don't even know. Can relate. More triggered by Sonic 4, if anything. Funny how today don't get account posted this text clip. Actual question, what's your opinion of the new badness? Okay, I'm more triggered by Sonic 16, the cancel Saturn game. I don't mind design as much. Okay, Generation Lost World have better classic badniks. I'm referring to Generation 4. Below the polar bear, there are new ones like the polar bear, serpent flower, thing. Sure need to check them. Okay, I am now caught up with the conversation. Sonic 3 Riders is the worst with the original controls or lack of them. It was either I mean technically both, but one of them can only trigger me through a thumbnail, so yeah. I played it with a controller and PC could not get comfortable with it. Man, you don't even engage with it. I don't! It's like It's like this fucking thing just follows me. I don't even think about it. I don't try to avoid it. Did you tell listener the Dragon Ball related person follow me on Twitter recently? Oh? Who? Who did? I actually don't know many. I know like Gloku and Team 4-Star. Yeah, those are the only ones, or unless it was one of the voices. Who was it? Masaki is the man who get this anime to the first Super Saiyan transformation. That is so cool! That is so cool! I actually, on Twitter, I was followed by the Metal Gear Solid translator. So like the man who adapted Metal Gear Solid from Japanese to English, he followed me on Twitter actually. It was so random. It was so random. Like, what do you mean random ass translator followed me? I do recall that he started following me because I believe people are like talking to him and saying how cool it was to meet them or whatever. And I just commented saying, I'm always so happy when I see people appreciating translators, because those are the hidden hero, the unsung heroes that you never hear people talk about. Because sometimes you forget that the game you're playing is not originally in your language. So for example, in this case, the guy translated Metal Gear Solid. If you never thought about how good the translation was, is because the translation is so good, you never even thought about the fact that that was not originally English. And that's why I'm always happy when I see people appreciating translators. Or interpreters, whichever. Also followed by Nob Ogasawara, who was one of the main translators for Pokemon up until Platinum, which also translated. Nice! I don't have a lot of people famous people following me, but it's whatever for me. Besides, I also don't post that much on social media, so that is true, man. There was this one time, Vitas and I went to see a play, and it was so interesting because the play is originally in French, but what they did was they only translated parts of it. So the play was in both Portuguese and French, which was the original text, which was the original text language. And on the day that we went, and we didn't know this when we bought the tickets, the authors of the play were also there. So like the French authors of the play were also there. And so they had an interpreter with them. And God, I hate speaking in public so much, that they were doing like a sort of Q&A, like asking people, how did you find the play? Was it hard to understand what they were saying when they were speaking French? And a lot of people were like, oh no, it was super easy. And even when we didn't know what they were saying, the context made it easier. But most of the time, Portuguese people understand French easily because of the whole, we have French classes in school, and a lot of people also still have a lot of immigrant family in France. And so when they were like, oh, does anyone else have any questions? So I raised my hand and I told them, well, it's not exactly a question. I just wanted to say that I really appreciate I really appreciate the interpreter being there, and I appreciate that you guys are appreciating her, because they were also saying, the authors were also saying that they were really appreciated the help that she had been for them, with the whole, because again, they were there, she was, and while other people were talking, nobody was looking at the person talking. They were looking at the interpreter to have her understand. I do believe that at one time she said, I'm so sorry, the question was quite long, and she kept on translating. She kept on translating to them what the person was asking, and they were like, "Oh no, it's perfectly fine. Take your time." And I really loved how they appreciated her. So I just very nervously shaking and almost crying with how nervous I was. I told them that I didn't have any questions about the play. I just told them, yeah, I really enjoyed the play, but um and it was actually pretty bold of me to say this, because I said I really appreciate how much the interpreter is being respected and appreciated, and I know it's bold of me, but I would really also appreciate if everyone here watching could uh could clap in appreciation for the interpreter. And people actually did clap. People actually clapped for the interpreter because I asked. Yeah, I was the only one like doing the standing ovation because I was the one talking, so I was the one standing and clapping at the same time. But people were really respectful with the whole, yeah, you know what, she's right. The interpreter does deserve it. Because I told them it's very rare to see translators be appreciated. They are the unsung heroes. They're always hidden. Nobody ever thinks of them. And the credits for them last 5 seconds, and that's all they're ever gonna get. Sometimes people who brought the coffees get more credit than the translators, and that's shitty, man. And anyone can appreciate any sort of work without being a part of it, but you always end up gaining a lot more respect for people who work in certain areas when you go through them yourself. I have a degree in translation. I don't use it. But I appreciate it. I appreciate a lot of people who have the patience to translate for such little pay. Let's see. I'm not an artist, but I appreciate how long it must take to do a drawing. That's why I never say a drawing is expensive. I always say a drawing is heavy on my wallet, which is a way of me saying I don't have the money to pay for this, and that's not on the artist, that's on me. Then maybe it's not even on me, maybe it's just on fucking capitalism. Maybe the fault is just on capitalism, that I don't have enough money to buy, to purchase art. Don't forget production babies, they seem to be above translators. Everyone is above translators. A lot of people wouldn't appreciate translators even if their lives depended on it, because they don't think that's necessary, because their heads are so far up their asses, they think everything is magically in their language. The only people who don't need to think about this are kids. But if you're not a kid, you're an adult, you do not have the excuse to not appreciate the translators. And don't get me wrong, there are shitty translators. Sometimes the bad translation does not come from one translator. It comes from the first translator who translated from the source, and the other translator translated from that translation. Case in point, Vashka is actually reading the novel from, and I mean like the written novel, not the visual, not the light novel with drawings, like full on text for I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. And he's crashing out so bad on the whole thing, he's crashing out so bad on the with the translation, not because our translator is bad, but because the translator translated from the English, and the English is quite bad. And if the English translator didn't translate certain words, well, neither is the Portuguese one gonna do it. Neither is the Portuguese one gonna translate. Although, yeah, no, the translation is pretty bad. Our translation is actually pretty bad. A lot of the things that she wrote did not make any sense. But yeah, I get that weird feeling the word, I don't remember what that's not fun, it's not. I was gonna use a word, but I actually forgot what word it is. Maybe it's because it's Friday. Whatever. You know what's also not fun? Being made to add Gemini chatbot to a website. I'm so gonna remove that shit. That's how I use the Brazilian English comics for my scanlations. Fair. Gosh. At this point, I don't know if it is the weather, the age, or the work getting to me, because it's 10:30. How am I so tired? Though I have to admit, just chatting streams do tend to be a lot calmer. But just thinking about it, I might end the stream at 11. I'll check near the time. I'll check someone to raid. You know what? There's actually a whole nother vibe to what you are wearing when you're streaming. It gives you another sort of energy. Rodney said, "No problem, Johnny. See you in a bit." I'm never gonna be able to play this game on stream. Oh. I'm not gonna play this on stream. Maybe. Maybe I... I am so sorry for being so quiet. I'm just reading what strategist shared. Hi Danny. Hola Danny, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido. Hey Alex, how are you doing?
Rats, 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 rats,
Okay,
rats.
I was
Rats,
going
rats,
to
rats,
present
rats,
myself,
rats,
but you
rats,
just activated that.
rats, 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 rats.
But yeah. Hola Dani, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido, me llamo Alexa. Soy... Banger Sound Alert, yeah. Soy una humana con orejas de zorra. Y hoy estamos solo... hablando un poco. No estamos haciendo mucho. Thank you for the stretch reminder, Elmer. Oh, God. Welcome back, Johnny. I was just reading the post that strategist sent. Wow. Imagine living such a shit life. Sorry. And then and then having the United States try to make you dismantle your company, and not only does everyone who works for you protect you to the point where it just fucking confuses everyone, that you then just create one of the biggest names ever known. I'm talking about Panasonic, by the way. Requested that the streamer hydrates. Stream has gone on for an hour and a half. Hydration is important. I have been drinking tea, actually. I just finished it not long. But I still have water with me, because I knew this is gonna happen. Bloop. But yeah. Oh, sure, right. I'm also going to add... I am so going to add this. I'm gonna put C cause... Oh, sorry. I'm gonna put PC because I actually don't know which one. But then I can also edit. Yeah. Sorry. You're gonna take a sip, you're gonna like it, man. Still wish we got Catonian Reload officially. Atlas is filled with little bitches. I did very much. I did hydrate. charge my phone with money. You know what I really wish that I could buy, and I'm really sad that sorry, that I didn't buy when it came out? Persona Q2. I really wish I had bought that game, but not just the game, the special edition. I remember watching a video about how portable portrays Koto's point of view instead of her just being a gender but Makoto, and it also enlightened me as to why she exists in the first place. I have yet to watch a video that says it's something about how differently portable portrays Kotone's depression. It's why Kotone smiles through her depression. That's the video. Is the video that you're talking about why FemC is important Persona 3 analysis and the thumbnail says more than a gender swap? Because the one that I'm thinking of is why Kotone smiles through her depression, Persona 3 portable analysis, and the thumbnail says different kind of depression. Honestly, consider the big hurdle was the sheer size of it on what I'm gonna assume was a very generous deadline. Remember when video games were done because of passion and not because of fucking deadlines? Just saw a silly clip. Ooh! Tell us about it. I think it was one about how alternate gender options don't portray anything differently to the other gender compared to the default. Like how female shepherd is not much different from the default shepherd, and when they bring up Persona 3 Portable as an example where the alternate gender option completely shifts game story while keeping the basics intact. That is something that I talk a lot about. Like the basis of the story is there. The things they change the most are just they changed a lot of the social links. One of the social links ends up being, actually no, 3 of the social links end up being the guys from your team, which I still find it absolutely ridiculous that they're not social links in the base game. Like, what the fuck? That makes no sense. But maybe my reaction to that is because my first Persona game was actually 4, and you do have a social link with everyone in your team, and Persona 3 is the only one where you don't have that with the male character. But anyway, digressing. That's the word I was searching for when I was talking about the translations. But yeah, and I do say that a lot. They changed that. The basics of the story are still there. The story goes the same way, whichever role you decide to take. But the biggest difference is how Makoto sounds so aloof and so out there, so like not present. He's just here. He's just very going with the flow because he has to, and he doesn't feel there's any purpose in life. Whereas Kotone just seems to be the type of I can't find meaning in my life, but for fuck's sake, I will find something. I will find anything worth living for, and I will hold on to that. And maybe that's the reason why she seems so extroverted. She seems so unhinged. And why she comes out with the dumbest shit ever you could possibly say. Like, the amount of bullying on Junpei, and you still know that it's the type of enduring bullying that friends do to each other, and nobody takes it the wrong way because you know that's a joke, and you know that you're not hitting any lines that you shouldn't. Makoto's sacrifice feels more of a, I guess there is something worth living for, and I am going to protect that something that I found. And Kotone's sacrifice seems more of a, I'm so glad I was right in knowing that there was something worth living for, and I will not let anyone touch this, even if that means I will die. Just give me some time. I will appreciate these last moments. That's how different they seem to me. The only game where you can choose your gender. I will so add that to my watch list. Ah, thanks for the link, Johnny. Even if that means love you, bye. These ads are hilarious time. God damn it. In general, shows a more positive outlook compared to Makoto. I wouldn't say a positive outlook. Makoto is more of the type of depression where you've already given up on everything. Kotone is the desperate need to prove that there is good somewhere out there. It's not that she's positive, it's the type of positive people use. It's the type of positivism that people use to hide their pain. It doesn't seem, she just seems normal outside, whereas you don't know that how much she's actually suffering on the inside. Whereas Makoto is the type of, you do know that something's probably up, but maybe it's just his personality. Maybe he just doesn't really care much about talking to people. Maybe he just likes to keep to himself. Where in reality, he just doesn't know how to express the fact that he is in pain, and he doesn't know how to explain that. But I'm saying this as someone who is not diagnosed with depression, has not been diagnosed with depression, is probably just spewing bullshit and trying to guess shit based on personal experiences. So don't exactly take what I'm saying at face value. I may be full of shit when it comes to this. If you think this is what you're feeling, maybe go talk to a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I actually don't know at this point. I know they're different. I just don't exactly understand which one is the best option. But talk to a professional and maybe get that checked out. Yeah, at this point I actually don't even know. I'm saying past experiences, but doesn't exactly mean that what I felt could have been considered depression. There's also the whole problem with, if you get diagnosed with depression, you will most likely be prescribed drugs, and while they can be useful, they're not there to help you as much as you'd like. They're just there mostly to suppress what's causing that. You know how stress can cause your hair to start graying? I guess I don't have gray hairs yet. Yet. I say almost entering my 30s. When my hair grows, there's a patch on the right side of my hair that turns gray. You know, with how much stress I go through, you would think my hairs would be gray as shit right now. But I'm not. My hair is still very much normal, actually. I have gray hairs and gray hairs. I always find it so weird when I see people younger than me with gray hair. Like, I'm sorry? Like, what would that... Like, did something happen to me? Are you getting more stressed out than I am, even though I do believe I'm fairly stressed out? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Sorry. But yeah, I think I'm gonna Sorry. I think I'm gonna start preparing to close shop, as they say. I had people spotting gray hairs in my head since I was 12. Bro, what the hell? I mean, I think I've seen white hairs on Vitus's beard, but maybe I haven't, and it's just it being shiny. But you guys, give me a second. You're actually making me curious about something. Staring into your soul now. Yep. No gray hairs at all. Oh. There's the trade. No. Oh, you mean with his white lashes? Yeah, that is very interesting, actually. Oh my god. My Twitch page is completely breaking because of everything, every single pop-up. Okay, I was. Okay, I'm going to end this right now, but let me check something. My mother turns to me and tells me, "You don't have any reason to be stressed. I'm still desperately clinging to my best friend who died almost 4 years ago." Exactly. You know, we never want to criticize our parents for how stressed they are, you know? Because we know they've had it rough. Especially having it rough trying to raise us and whatnot, but I mean, it's like they forget that they're not the only ones being affected currently by whatever is happening. They're no longer protecting us as much as they think they are. We're all having it rough, but our parents, especially if they're employed, are kind of forgetting that we don't get jobs not because we don't want to, but because it's physically impossible to get anything. The amount of experience that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. The fact that you need experience to work at certain companies, but no company is willing to hire you to have so that you have that experience. The fact that we're getting paid shit, but cost of living keeps on raising. The constant worry of what's gonna happen tomorrow. The fact that we want to make plans for the far future, but we can only make plans for the near future because we can never guess what's gonna happen tomorrow. Like, well, I might want kids, but oh, would you look at that? There's a war starting. Oh, what's that? The price of living is increasing? Oh, what's that in the sky? Why is it so hard to breathe? And it basically becomes impossible to, eventually wanting to raise a family of your own, like your parents did. Like, yeah, times have always been hard for every single generation. But past generations keep on forgetting that just because they had it rough, and they were still ignored by their parents who had it even rougher, they keep forgetting that we're also having it rough. And by the time they have things calmly happening, we're actually the ones suffering the most. It's existential dread every which way you turn. Exactly. And it's shit. And this programming language was created 4 years ago. You better have 8 years of experience of said language. How am I supposed to have 8 years of experience on a language that I created 4 years ago? I remember that was the post. But yeah, and then they say that we're clinging way too much on the past. Well, yeah. It's not just because the past was easier. It's because back then, we could breathe easily. We didn't understand most of the bad things that were happening. And our only worry was, am I gonna get home in time to watch my favorite TV show? Or What am I gonna have for dinner? What is mom cooking? Or, what video game am I gonna play this weekend? Or, oh no, it's already past five minutes past the time I should have waken up to watch my TV shows. This is what I meant when they came up with the phrase, the sins of the father shall be visited upon the son. In this case, father being the generations prior. Oh, yeah. I'm guessing. It's bullshit. And then you have people your age actually doing stuff you want to do, and you just wonder, why are they doing that? Why are they? And then you end up entering a whole ass spiral of, am I just going insane and paranoid with my worries? Or is something bad really actually gonna happen and I'm not gonna be able to do anything about it? And that's the kind of existential crisis that our generation has. I constantly have the, man, when I have kids, and then I realize, do I want to have kids in this economy? Can I have kids in this economy? And the can, it's not about, am I physically able to? Because as far as I know, I am. The can is a, am I able to actually care for a child? Because I know how much I have to sacrifice of myself to do that. I know. I understand how much of my time, my sanity, and my tastes and hobbies I will have to sacrifice, and who fucking knows, never get back just to care for and support a child. And then there's gonna be even more existential crisis, more dread. Is my child gonna grow up happy? Is my child even gonna grow up? Is my child gonna be forever healthy? Is my child gonna hate me at some point? And I actually mean to a point of no contact. Will I be able to be a better mother than my mother was to me? Will I be able to be a good parent in general? Will I be able to actually be a whole ass fucking social mother to other people? And it just becomes exhausting. But then I see shit and I'm like, oh man, would you look at that? It's called baby fever. And I don't know if you guys ever had that. I actually don't even know if men can have baby fever. You can all imagine that it's worse on women for that shit. Because it's the whole, your hormones are gonna fuck you over with that feeling. Modern times are so much fun. Bro, ugh. It's like that one video people are saying, you know, I'm really tired of living through magical historical events. Spouting endless dread scenario upon endless dread scenario, gates of background music just chilling in the fucking background. Yeah. If only Haikai was real and I could use it. Oh, is that the power that the god of death has? Yeah. Sometimes I wish that too. Did you just bump your microphone? Started sounding, I'm not sure. No, I don't think I did. Most I did was like press, you know, this, but that's all. Ugh. Let me see what's gonna. Oh, let's go. Chat member strategist is in the vicinity of a threat. Good luck, Saiyan warrior. Damn. That's how you go about it. Love it. The threat can help me. So, yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now. Sorry to end it on such a sad note. But yeah, I was just looking around here, seeing someone to raid, checking out who to raid, and I'm torn between TT or Nando. Nando is playing Age of Empires 2, and TT is, it says he's doing art, but what he's actually doing is he's watching various AMVs and trying to get some ideas for his own AMV for the next convention. So you got a name. From what I am understanding, he wants to do an AMV on Kaguya, a princess special or something. It's a movie. It's a Netflix movie. It is. It sounds very fun. Which, keep in mind, he's currently not editing. He's just watching AMVs to try and get some inspiration on what to do for his own. So yeah, I'll do that. Sorry. So okay, so there we go. Have the message. Don't forget to unlock the emote if you're not subscribed. And let's raid TT. Okay. Welcome back, strategist. We're actually just now preparing to raid TT. He's doing an AMV on Princess Kaguya. Something. It's a Netflix anime movie. I haven't seen it, but yeah, it's imperative that chat members unlock the emote redeem. You should have said unsubscribed chat members. But yeah. Yeah. Let's go ATTs then. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here and keeping me company. I'm just gonna it's hard. I also need to switch on to my pajamas because these jeans are finally getting to me. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Hope you all had a good time. Time is of the essence. Message was rushed. And yeah, I'll see you guys some other time. I'll start doing polls on the server, so hope you guys answer to them. Bye. Have a nice weekend.